You've embraced hard work and you achieved success. When it comes to your financial future, there's no leaving it to chance, but there is a lot to consider. Estate tax, market volatility, income tax, Social Security, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm Southwest Florida's financial planner, Alfie Townsend, and protecting and growing your nest egg is my business. Coming up on today's show,
the new administration and your portfolio. Your first visit preview. Protecting your bloodline. And much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
Why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Saving the Investor. It is good to have you with us on this Sunday morning. My name is Craig Wolf. I'm with the star of the show, certified financial planner professional, Alfie Townsend. We're going to start out not talking about politics, but we're going to talk about government because we have the election in our rearview mirror. We know what happened in Georgia. So now the Democrats have the White House, they've got the Congress, and they've got the Senate. Let's start out in general terms. What does that mean for your clients and your prospective clients and the rest of us?
Yeah, it means that Wall Street really doesn't like that, and it's where time will tell what will happen, as long as there's not, it's such a narrow margin right now that if it was like 5 or 6 seats, that would be a different story. But since it's really a 50-50 now.
It's a tie with the VP.
It's a tie, and VP has to but there's some, Democrats in there, like Manchin, he's in there, and he's more of an independent than
the actual independents are.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's not going to be as easy as they think. So that's the good thing. Again, the Wall Street likes to have some division in there, and this makes it harder on them. Since the number is so low, I think it's going to be okay, though.
Just drilling down a little bit more, and we should mention that the House majority for the Democrats is, I think, only 10 or 11 seats, so it's extremely tight on both.
Yeah, and that was supposedly they were supposed to pick up like 20 seats,
right?
But they ended up losing 13 seats, so that was a net gain of over 30 seats. So that was a good thing. It's when I say it's a good thing, it's a good thing for all of us, I think, because we don't want to have so much power all at one party. Right. It just doesn't make good investments for Wall Street.
Right. So why is it that Wall Street doesn't like it when the power is all on one side of the aisle?
Because so many things can get changed and passed so easy. Like, they can get rid of the tax cuts. So President Trump had some great tax cuts for corporations. Corporations came over from overseas. They were holding that money over there because it was such a high tax bracket. They lowered it. They came over. They brought business back here in the United States, which was a wonderful thing. So if they change that, then they could go right back. They can go right back to a lower tax country and do that. So hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully the taxes will not be changed to lower the raise the taxes for income tax, because income tax right now, it is low right now. And it's a great time, if they're not making these changes, to do Roth conversions, because down the road with the high debt that we have, Craig, things are going to change and taxes are going to change. And when that happens, it's best now to, is it worth it? And we have a program, a software that will show you if it's viable, if it's, a right choice to do a Roth conversion. It shows you the tax bracket, the marginal tax bracket you would be in if we start taking some of your your IRAs and converting them to Roths, because Roths down the road are going to be so much more valuable than they are now, because if the higher the taxes, the more valuable they are. So these are something that we're taking in consideration with our clients, but we do have the new software to help them out.
And on the website, which is savingtheinvestor.com, there's great information on Roth conversions, as well as, I think, 9 other really important topics that are just general topics.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on our website. There's a plethora of information on there, and that's one of them.
Plethora. I like that.
You like that?
We've got some good language going on.
Pastor John taught me that word.
Did he? It's a good one. Let's talk about equities for a moment. What sectors do you see being healthy under a Biden administration?
I would say the energy will not be. Energy sector will probably take a back turn. It's not going to be probably the best for Biden administration. Technology will be good. You'll have discretionary. Hopefully, discretionary spending is going to be up. So you're going to have different sectors, technology, the financial sectors. That's going to be that should do okay too. But we do have different sectors that will be different than the Trump administration. So that's what it's always going to be different. But the people still have to buy food and live their lives, go out to restaurants again, and start traveling hopefully, and they're buying consumer spending. So that's what really drives the market more than anything.
All right, great information to start us off on this Sunday morning. There's plenty more to come on Saving the Investor. Stick around.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Benjamin Franklin said, "In this world, nothing can be certain except death and taxes." We may not be able to control many things in life, but there are steps that you can legally take to control how much you actually pay in taxes. So really, ask yourself, how much of my 401k or IRA is actually mine? How much will end up in my pocket? Is my tax plan efficient? Am I overpaying or keeping every dollar that I'm entitled to? Sound familiar? Well, Alfie is here to help. He's put together a report to help make sense of taxes and how they can impact your retirement. You can get this report right now, and it's complimentary. All you need to do is call 239-747-1080. It's your money, and you deserve to know what's at stake. So get your complimentary tax report right now. Call 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're enjoying your cup of coffee this morning. I know I did. I want to talk a little bit this morning about lazy money. What is lazy money? You might have heard the term, but lazy money is money sitting around in your checking account, sitting around in savings account, that's not doing anything. We had a couple came in not too long ago, and they had a couple $100,000 sitting in just their checking account. And the first question I like to ask, and this is about lazy money, so these are the questions I will ask. Are you planning on buying a big ticket item in the near future? And the answer is no. I tell them, well, why are you letting this kind of money sit into your account? So if you're not needing that money that's sitting in the account for immediate 1 to 2 or 3 years, then take it and put it someplace to let it work for you. So lazy money is money that just sits there and does nothing. And we know right now that the banks would love to have your lazy money because they're not paying you anything for it. This is probably the lowest, historically low interest rates we ever had, but there are things out there that you can get a couple % on that will give you a couple %. You can take the interest out, or you can just let it sit there and roll over. So there are things out there. I want you to explore some of the things, and if your advisor's not showing you this, give us a call and we'll show you what we can do with lazy money. Because right now, inflation, and I've been talking to the experts, inflation right now is sort of tamed, but they feel with the new administration that inflation is going to tick up. And when it ticks up, that means that your dollar is even going to lose value, buying power. So we got to get that money to work for you. So give us a call, set up a time and come in, even a 15-minute phone call. Call and we'll set up a time and see if we can help you with some of that lazy money you have sitting around.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now.
Have you suddenly found yourself at home with a little spare time on your hands? I know I have. Oh, it's a great time to read, and if you're interested in creating a comfortable retirement, I have just the book for you. It's called Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway, and it's written by Southwest Florida certified financial planner Alfie Townsend. Alfie is a radio show host, an author, a public speaker, and a TV personality. And he's been helping people just like you plan for retirement for more than 30 years. Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway has a unique take on delivering the key knowledge that's needed to make the right decisions and implement the right strategies to maximize your retirement dollars. And if you're one of the first 10 callers to the show today, it can be yours for absolutely nothing. All you've got to do is call 239-747-1080. The book is full of real stories about actual people, illustrating what they've done wrong and what they've done right. If you saved for retirement, give us a call right now. You will receive a free copy of Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway, a plain-spoken read that highlights the building blocks of investing without sounding like a college textbook. Call 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080 right now to get Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway. It's on us, so what have you got to lose? Call 239-747-1080.
Thank you for joining us for another segment of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson in studio with Alfie Townsend, our founder and president. Alfie, when people come into our office for the first time, I think it'd be good for us to share what that experience is like so they kind of get a feel for it.
So when people come in for the first time, Mary, what we're going to do is we're going to go in the conference room. David's going to be there, and he takes all the notes. David Antonucci, he is an advisor here at the Advanced Retirement Group, but he takes all the notes, and he does our planning with me. So he wants to document the notes so I can just really concentrate on the clients. So I don't really write anything. I'm just concentrating on the client. So when they're, I'm asking them questions. I'm listening to what they're telling me, because the first appointment is all about them. It's about their goals. You know, what brought you here? Why are you here? So I want to listen to that. I want to find out where they worked. You know, how long they've been married. Do they have kids? These are all things that we're going to find out. Is legacy important to you? Do you have a financial advisor? Are you happy with your advisor? You know, these are all things that we're going to ask them, and we're going to find out what their income is. Of course, we're going to find out what their investments are, because on that second appointment, we're going to dissect what we found out for them and put a plan together for them, and they're going to see what's going on inside their portfolio, and they're going to see the plan that we put together. They're going to see the income plan, the taxes, Roth conversions, if we're talking about that. So at the second appointment is important also. But that first appointment I really like, because it's really to get to know you. And so there's a lot of questions that goes on that first appointment. And of course, the first appointment is going to see if they like us as their advisor, because if you don't like your advisor, you shouldn't be doing business with them. You really shouldn't. You have to trust your advisor. You have to like your advisor, and you have to make sure that you guys are on the same page. So a lot goes on in that first appointment.
You know, one of the things you talk about in that first appointment that I find to be unique compared to other places that I've been familiar with, of course, is you spend time talking to them about their values. And I think values are what drives our decisions in life. So you spend a little bit of time on that, don't you? Yeah,
we have a chart that goes up on our big smart screen TV, smart board, and it has value words like security, it could be abundance of travel, generosity, faith. There's just a peace of mind. These are value words, they look at, and I say, give me 3 of those words that are up there, and then they'll give me the 3. So I know about them, and I have each of them do it separate.
Right.
because their value words might be different than they will most likely.
Right.
But a lot of times it's security. It's security. They want to make sure that they have enough to get them through retirement. So
And you
these
spend
are
a
things.
lot of time talking about income planning as well, which I think is
Yeah.
also unique to you. I think that's really your sweet spot, helping people get to and through retirement in income.
Well, income area is so hard right now because interest rates are so low. We're in the lowest interest rate environment out there right now. So you can't just take interest on your money and live anymore like you used to. Interest rates could pay 4, 5, 6%. Right now, it's not paying anything. So you have to create income differently. There's a lot of people, Mary, I would say this. There's a lot of people in the market right now that probably should not be in the market, but they're forced to be in there. They're forced to be in there because there's no alternatives for them. So we want to show them different, ways to be in the market, reduce risk, and also some ways if you're not that market person, we can show you that also.
Thank you, Alfie.
Oh, you're welcome.
If you'd like to make sure your financial affairs are in order, give us a call.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.
We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now. 239-747-1080.
You've got questions, and Alfie has the answers that will keep you on the retirement fairway.
Lately, I've been hearing a lot of ads on TV about buying gold. So now I'm wondering, should I sell stock to buy gold?
So should I sell stock to buy gold? That's the question. And the answer I would say is no. And, gold right now is having a nice little run, but if you look at the history of gold, it just is not a good investment. Now, if you have a little gold in your 401k or in your safe, that's okay. But to make gold a big holding, I would not do that. If you look at the history of equities versus gold, you'll be amazed. Gold doesn't even keep up with inflation. And then they always say gold's very good for inflation. No, what's best for inflation is owning stock, owning equity. So if you have equity and it's a diversified portfolio, you're going to do much better off.
I'm 67 years old, and I don't need my required minimum distributions right now. Do you think I should do a Roth conversion?
67 years old and you're not needing your required minimum distribution. So you have about 5 years before you have to start taking the required minimum distributions out. Taxes are most likely going to be going up in the future. So if you can handle, we have a great program here at our office that will put your 1040 form in there, and it will really tell us what your average rate is, average marginal tax rate, and your marginal tax rate. It will tell us if it makes sense to do it. Now, you have to be aware when you do a Roth conversion, you'll be paying some taxes on Social Security. So we have to take all that in consideration. So I just don't want to say yes or no. It'd be better to come in, let us put it through the program, and it will tell us if you're a good candidate for it.
Longevity runs in my family. Does it make sense for me to look into long-term care insurance?
People are definitely living longer these days. in a financial plan, a comprehensive financial plan, we're going to look at long-term care. There's some hybrid plans out there. And that means that you can, they're going to double if you have to go into a nursing home, where they're going to pay extra up to a certain dollar amount. But these are some things that you really need to look at, because again, if you have longevity in your life, the chances of one of you, if you're married, going in a nursing home is very high, unfortunately. Now, this is saying that you're living into your 80s and 90s, and that's what people are living right now, long. So these are things that you want to consider. Now, if you have a lot of money, you can almost self-insure yourself, but there are better ways to do it. We can show you different options here at the Advanced Retirement Group.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now.
Retirement is really all about income. Straight into your bank account, monthly income. Regular, predictable, each month, every month. Well, Alfie has a checklist that can teach you a whole lot about it. You can't buy this checklist, it's free. All you need to do is call 239-747-1080 and request your checklist. Learn more about generating predictable monthly retirement income today. Call 239-747-1080.
You have a club for every scenario. A driver for the long holes, wedges to get over the hazards, and a putter when you need a touch of finesse. And you'll need plenty of these too. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Find out today. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review with Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Call 239-747-1080.
Welcome back to Saving the Investor, and we're going to talk about Bloodline. I'm going to tell you what we mean about that. We do have special guests here, Greg Nussbickle. He is an attorney and here in Southwest Florida, and I kid, I do a lot of workshops. I say this and people chuckle, but it is true. You have children. You have children, and we love our children, but it doesn't mean we love the people who they married. Okay, now sometimes we do. Most of the time we do, but there's going to be some cases that you don't love who your son or who your daughter married, and you want to make sure that what you pass on to your son or your daughter stays with them, because people, 50% of divorce rates here in the United States. And if you want to keep it in that bloodline, how do you do that?
So it's a really common concern. Most of my clients would... It's
just not me talking?
would say something just like that.
Okay.
And it makes all the sense in the world, right? You've built up these assets, you've earned them, you have your children that you want to benefit. Nothing personal against those in-laws, but they're really not a blood relative of yours, and you want to make sure that the next generation and the following generation are going to benefit. So part of our planning that we normally do is, number one, you want to make your contingent beneficiaries known. So you want to say, if my son or daughter, God forbid, does not survive me, then his or her children will receive these assets. And normally you'd want to make sure that those are kept safe, maybe in a trust or in some other vehicle where it's not going to get lost out there to the in-law, or for that matter, to creditors or anyone claiming against them, and you have the right people in control, making sure it goes the way you want.
So you're protecting it not just for your daughter or your son, for the grandchildren too.
That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know what the future is going to bring, and if we had a crystal ball, we'd do perfect planning, but we want to make sure that no matter what comes, that your plan reflects the wishes that you have. And if there's a situation where a grandchild is going to inherit because a parent has predeceased, then we want to make sure that they have the right age limitations, so that an 18-year-old isn't running wild on spring break with their inheritance. You want to make sure that the trustee of your choosing is managing that appropriately.
So age is important for your grandchildren too. So you would, that's something you can help with. And how about someone that has a special needs trust? They have a disabled child. They want to make sure that they're taken care of. What type of trust is that? What type of planning is that?
Yeah, well, the big issue there a lot of times is you want to make sure that, number one, they have enough assets for their care, whatever their needs might be, but you don't want their inheritance to end up disqualifying them from public benefits that they might otherwise receive. And a lot of times it's not so much about the money that they're making from some government program, but being on Medicaid, having their health care taken care of, and an inheritance that's not handled properly could blow all that up.
So you got to do some major planning. So this is a great segment. Greg, thank you so much for sharing that with you. Yeah. So if you want to know more about how to keep it in your bloodline, that you worked hard for your money and you want to keep it in your bloodline, this is really a great way to start. So give us a call and we'll help you out with that.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through 1 decade, let alone 2. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
Mondo Uomo specializes in remarkable clothing for the remarkable man, like our exclusive selection of Bugatti and St. Croix shirts and sweaters. Visit our store in Naples at the Village on Venetian Bay or online at mondouomo.com. Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples. Alberto, Bugatti, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.
At Advantage Retirement Group, our business is your retirement. We're passionate about learning your hopes and dreams so we can work with you to achieve them. By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes, and the risk you're exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. Call us today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. Call now, 239-747-1080.